Hey everybody, how are you doing out there? This is Gary Bledsoe. I'm going to go ahead and put us on so that way you guys can see us. Hey, how y'all doing out there? Hello, this is Gary Bledsoe here.
Hey, this is Lynette Bledsoe.
How's everybody doing out there? If you're on here live, I want to thank you all for showing up, for being here, because we decided that we wanted to switch the days from Sundays, because for years we were doing conference calls for our team. We was doing conference calls for the network marketing that we were doing it at 7 p.m. every Sunday, and it kind of took a toll on us because our weekends were kind of gone. We kind of lost our weekends a little bit because we always had to make sure everything was right, make sure the call was set up right, make sure the promotion was right, everything was right, and we kind of wanted to have our weekends back to ourselves. So we decided to do it on Monday. Why is a good time for Monday? Monday, Motivational Monday. Monday is a good time so you can get your week started correctly. You can get yourself out there ready to go. So, because you want to finish the week strong, right? You don't want to finish the week just for the weekend. You want to finish the week as if it's completely gone and you're ready for the next week. So we definitely wanted to do it on Monday so we can get started. So I want to welcome everybody there. If you're here on live right now, please, type in where you are watching this from. Type in if you're excited. Type in if you're ready to learn some powerful stuff, because we're going to give you some surefire ways on how you can get some leads out there, some great things you can use for leads.
And if leads is what you need, or leads is what your team needs, make sure that you tag them below. Make sure, because one of the things that we used to do in the very beginning when we were building our business, whenever we knew that there was a free training, we would make sure that our team got there. Now, unfortunately, there wasn't Facebook Live. I wish there was, because I definitely would have tagged all my leaders. Mm-hmm. But you guys have the opportunity to tag your leaders. Share this video. Share it right now before we actually get started. Share it in your team group pages. Share with anyone, just to make sure that everyone gets access to the same information, because the way that you hear our training may not be the same thing that your team hears it the same way. So they may get a little nugget that they needed, and you have something different. So just make sure that you get your team on here. If you're joining us, feel free, like Gary said, put your name and where you're watching this from. And if anyone ever has any questions during the live, if you're watching live, mm-hmm. That's why we always say, if you're here watching it live, tag your team.
Yes.
Because they can ask questions live. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult after the fact, because we can't cover it live. But if you're here live, then we can cover it live. So we'll go ahead and get started.
And before we get started, that's a great point. That is so true. That one of the things that Lynette and I always do, we were great inviters. We learned how to always get people to come to something that was somebody else was doing. Why? Because we knew that if they got something, they may have had a question that we already answered, that we already told them about, but for some reason they didn't quite register it yet. They didn't quite get it yet. So they heard it from a third party. See, I believe when somebody hears something from you, it's like my kids. If I tell them something over and over and over and over again, they develop what I call a deaf ear to it, and they don't hear it anymore. So sometimes you need someone else to tell them something that you already know, that you already told them that they didn't quite get yet. So that's why it's a good thing for you to invite your team here. A lot of times when people are afraid, I don't want to tag my team. If your team is on Facebook, believe me, they're not going to be mad at you if they get something that's going to help them make $100,000 a year or $1,000 a month. They're not going to get mad at you. So what? Let them get mad at you now, but you know what? They'll get mad at you all the way to the bank. Tag them in here. Make sure you invite them. Get them on here. If you want, you can share the link of this on your page or whatever. It doesn't matter. If that capability is there, make sure you let people know what's going on. If you have a group page, hey, go to your group page, say, hey, I'm on a webinar right now, totally free, get on here. I'm telling you, the more people that you get on here on your team, the more money you will eventually make. So like Lynette, go ahead, sorry
to cut you off. I want to say thank you to those of you who have already commented and tagged some people below. I see Chuck. Thank you for that. Chuck says he's the two awesome power couple. Thank you for that. And Kathleen, awesome job as a leader by tagging your leaders, because like I said, sometimes we may give some information that you may know, but if your leader gets on there, sometimes it's something that you probably told them already.
Exactly.
But like Gary said, by them hearing it from somebody else, they're like, oh, it's like God, mm-hmm. almost in a sense. So it doesn't matter where they get the information from, as long as it helps their business. So if you think this can bring value to your team, exactly. or if you want more money in your maybe in your company checks, or if you want to be able to go on vacation this summer, just to be able to do, you made so much money, you can save up for a cruise, whatever you want to do in your life, in your business, you have to just get your team to produce more. And in order to produce more, in order to sell more, they need more leads, which in a sense will get more recruits and will get you more money. So you as a leader, by taking charge, and again, congratulations to Kathleen by taking the leadership role and tagging some of her team who she thinks may benefit from tonight's training. So if leads is what your team needs, then we're going to show you 6 ways that we do it.
And before I go ahead and get the PowerPoint presentation in there, just to piggyback on that again, if you're on here, more than likely, 98%, maybe 99%, you're in a network marketing company. What's the first thing that they always tell you to do in a network marketing company? They always tell you to get them to something else. Get them to a third-party tool. Get them to a 3-way call. Get them to something else. Why? Because when you and edify them before you take them to that source. Why? Because automatically it's like some kind of unwritten law in the universe. That third-party source becomes the expert. And they look at you don't become the expert because they look at you as a person that loaned them that borrowed $20 and never paid them back years ago. Or they look at you if you're talking to a family, a friend, a member or something like that. They look at you hey, I know him from back in the days. He's not interested in growing. He's not going to do. How's he going to become a big business owner? Or how's she going to become a business owner? But when you send them to that third party source, guess what? Now they have a professionally made presentation. They have something that they can look at, or a person. They have a person that's talking to them in a professional manner, or saying something that in a different way that they can understand and resonate with. That's why we're asking you to get these people there, get these people to these trainings, because you never know what it is that may be able to help them. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Thank you so much for showing up, everybody, but I don't want to waste too much of your time. I want to really get into this to show you some 6 surefire ways that you can definitely get some leads into your business. You may not know, but there are different ways that you can get it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Let me cut the camera off, put the display on, and go ahead and get the presentation started. And let's go. All right, we're going to give you 6 surefire methods to generate leads for your home business. Very, 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 very important for you. But I'm going to talk to you tonight about what we're going to cover here. What we're going to be doing is asking you some serious questions, some very, very serious questions. We're definitely going to tell you who we are. Some of you may have been on this presentation for the first time. You may not have known who we are, or maybe you got a teammate and they want to know why the heck did you drag them on to this presentation and to watch these 2 couples? Why did you bring these people here? Well, at least they can get to know who we are. So that's why we definitely want to tell you who we are. We're going to give you those 6 surefire methods to generating leads for your home business. Now, what I want you to do is, right now, if you haven't done it, I want you to run as fast as you can. I don't care if you have a cane, walker, or a wheelchair, whatever it is, roll, hop, whatever you got to do as fast as you can. Get yourself a paper. Get yourself some papers and get yourself a pen. And I want you to take notes. See, I always believe in taking notes because if my teammates didn't show up, and for some reason they had a family issue, they had something going on where they couldn't show up, guess what? I was going to be their presentation for them by taking and do. See, I call myself, what I like to say about myself is I call myself, I'm in the R&D business. What is the R&D business? I rob and duplicate. Now, I don't mean rob as far as sticking you up and putting a gun to you, things like that. What I mean is I follow someone who is always successful, who has been successful, because success leaves clues, and I follow that person, and then what I do is I take what it is that they learn, and I write it down, I keep it for myself, and then I duplicate it by putting my flavor on it. So a lot of the stuff that you've seen is years and years of following millionaire income earners, 7-figure, 8-figure income earners in the industry. Lynette and I just accumulated all of that knowledge, and we're giving it to you because it created a lifestyle for us. So now we want to help you create a lifestyle for yourself. So that's what that's what I call the R&D business. I rob what I can, meaning I learn all I can, and then I duplicate it, putting my flavor on it so I can pass it on to my team. Because I believe that the more knowledgeable, the more equipped, the more ready my team is ready to get it going, guess what? The more money that's going to be placed into their pockets, which eventually will be placed into our pockets. And that's what we want. See, I'm not caring what my upline gets. I care about how I can help my team, because I did a great blog the other day. I think it was the other day. I'm not sure. Well, maybe I might be doing it tomorrow. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it might be tomorrow. And it's definitely talking about who is it. I know it's today. Sorry, it's today. That's at whoisgarybledsoe.com. It is called who. You got to know when you're building your home business. You got to know who it's about. It's not about you. It's about them. So that's why we want you to get as many people to, this information, so that maybe it might be something that can help them. And then we're going to give you a powerful call to action step. Something that you might want to do that, maybe you didn't know about, maybe you do know about, and it's something that can definitely help you if you don't have that upline that can help you or anything like that. It's definitely a great action step. And then we're going to give you actually two amazing bonuses for listening to us, for just listening to us, staying to the end. Just this, you could be quiet. You could be one of those kind of people that stand on the webinar quiet, don't want to talk to anybody, but you want to get all the information, you want to soak it in. Well, we're going to give you our amazing bonus for just doing that. Then if you have any Q&A, any questions, see, I like questions. Me, Lynette and I, we love questions, because questions help us be able to answer, to help you, to help others. It might be a question you may have and you're afraid to answer, but guess what? You get enough courage and you ask that question, you may have helped 10, 20, 30, 40 people that's watching this, that may watch this in the future. So you definitely want to ask questions. So you can ask questions throughout the webinar, and Lynette's going to try to answer them in live Q&A for you guys and in the comment section. So definitely want to do that. So let me ask you these quick questions. I'm going to ask you the first one. I want to know, how would you feel if you can get more leads while you're sleeping, eating, at work, or even in the bathroom, taking care of business? How would you feel if you can get more leads while you're doing that? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Lynette and I, we get leads in all of these areas and then some. We get leads daily. I mean, me alone, in just one social media platform, I get anywhere from 10 to 20 leads, sometimes 25 leads per day. And that's Instagram by itself. I'm always getting somebody coming there, following me, looking for what's going on, sending me messages, asking me what I do. I'm always trying to follow up with them. And that's what we're trying to show you. How would you feel? Think about that for a second. How would you feel? Or even better yet, how would you feel if your business started to grow with or without you? See, that's the beauty of network marketing. Network marketing is a way that you can start something, you can teach duplication, and then you can allow it to grow itself. A lot of times people, I know in one network marketing company that we were in some time ago, a few of the leaders in there were wondering, well, how do you guys move on? You guys are still getting paid, but why are you not still there? Why are you not? Because that's the beauty of network marketing. You can start it. It is just like that Ron commercial, whatever it is, that rotisserie. You can set it and then you can forget it. You can actually start it and you can walk off and go do something else. That's what you're there for. You're not there. See, a lot of times people get involved in their network marketing company and they look at it as a job and they try to stay there and they look at doing 20, 30, 40 years. We don't want to do 20, 40, 30 years in another job. In a network marketing business, you don't want to do that. You want to go in there and knock it out, do what you have to do, and then create duplication and get paid off of that, so you can have the choice of whether or not you want to go to something else, or you want to go to maybe build someplace else, or maybe just travel, or maybe just staycation, whatever it is. Maybe that's something you want to do. So how would you like your business? You started off, you spent sweat equity for a couple of years, and then guess what? Your business takes off for itself and it grows by itself.
And just to add to this one, because our network marketing, most of you guys, if you don't know our story, we hit the highest level in a network marketing company after 2.5 years. That business right now is 100% online. We no longer do anything. What we do we do something. We get paid from it. The business is currently active. Right now, what we do is we decided to move on and help other network marketers do the same thing, have success with whatever they want to do. So whether they want to, like Gary said, they want to travel. We've seen, and this happened with actually our upline. Our upline had gotten sick. but because of the business that she built, she was able to, just take care of her health and not have to worry about her business because it basically had built itself after a couple of years that she was in. So what if you wanted to do that? Like Gary said, nobody wants to be at maybe you have a job. You don't want to be at another job for another 30, 50 years or whatever the case may be. What if your children got sick and it was something that you couldn't, maybe you did have to leave your job after you worked so hard at your network marketing business, but you built your business so big that you could walk away from your business. You guys never know what's going to happen in life, but if you have the time while you're healthy right now, you can take 2 to 3, 5 years, work really hard at your business, like what we're talking about, consistently working at your business so that if you had to, you could walk away from it. So that's what we try to share with everyone, is how we were able to, build our business to the point where it 100% is online, so that we could focus on other things that we wanted to focus on. Like, for us, it was more so we wanted to travel with the kids. Our kids are homeschooled, so our schedule is basically open. We can do whatever we want with them. We can, while the normal kids are going to school, we can just say, hey, you know what? Why don't we live in San Antonio. Why don't we go up to Houston or go up to Dallas and just do a weekend vacation, or just take a week and just go away just because we can. That's what we want for you guys. So whatever your goal is, that's what we're going to try to help you guys achieve the same thing.
Definitely. So think about answering these questions and think heavily about them. Because if you never really, I always say that a lot of times when, Lynette and I coach people, we always ask them certain questions. And then we can tell by their answers, by their responses, that they truly never really thought about these different things. And we want you to think about these things. This is your life. This is not no one else's life. It's your life. So let me briefly go through who we are really, really quick in case you don't know who we are. Well, let me just tell you, we've been in students of network marketing since 1997, had some small successes and a lot of failures. I mean, a lot. But during that time, one thing we did that was so powerful, we became great students. We learned all we could about how to personally develop our skill set, our communication skills, recruiting and team building skills, how to advertise online and advertise offline. We also created several training videos on business development. You can check out some of those products on my page, whoisgarybledsoe.com. We became co-authors along with other top leaders in a network marketing company in a book. Spoke to a large audience around the U.S. Actually, they flew me to different places around the U.S. and my wife and I were sharing our strategies, tips on how to effectively use online and offline techniques to get leads, customers, and recruits. We also been interviewed and featured in our local paper here, national publications, been interviewed by different popular bloggers out there. Some of the bloggers you need to take a look at, like Eric Johnson, people like that. Some very, very popular bloggers out there that actually interviewed us, and those publications are out there. So let me just show you some pictures of my family. This is my kids when they were young. My kids getting a little older here, son going to a Microsoft camp, me out, my wife having coffee in the morning, just enjoying out at SeaWorld out here, being able to go whenever we want, at any time we want. We go. It's so funny. Summertime is coming up, but we plan to go when everybody else is at work. We're gonna be going during the daytime. I mean, it just tickles me that to be able to create a life like that and be able to have a life like that. We totally love that. It's another screenshot of us and our co-authors in the book and the company that we was in. This is just some awards that we received from the company, going in with no awards in our hand, going in empty-handed, having just money in our pocket, and walking out with bags and bags of awards. So powerful right there. So let me get into the subject. Here we go. Yeah. Who's ready for the subject, guys? Who's ready? If you're ready for the subject, give me some likes, give me some hearts. You can do it on your desktop now. I don't know if you can actually do some stuff on your desktop. You can start hitting those likes, hitting those loves out there. But let me tell you, there are two types of leads. The first type of lead is the warm market lead. And the second type of lead is a cold market lead. Now, I'm going to tell you the differences of both, and I'm going to definitely tell you so that way you can figure out. Now, this webinar is designed to let you know the different ways that you can get leads. These are ways that we have used to get leads. But you can choose which ways you want to master, which ways are better for you, which ways are comfortable for you. Because a lot of times people don't understand that you will only move towards what's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, and what I mean is, A lot of times you hear get out of your comfort zone. You hear your success is 1 millimeter away from outside of your comfort zone. Yes, but if you're not comfortable doing it over time, or you don't develop that comfortableness, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You ain't gonna keep doing it. So you gotta understand what's best for you. What is better for you? Like, to me, I like certain one of the ways on here how to generate leads, and I'm going to show you that. I like actually two of them that I like using on here to generate leads, and you got to figure out which one is good for you. So since I'm so comfortable in those areas, I did something powerful. I try to master those areas so I can get really, really good. So you got to find out exactly what's comfortable for you, so that way you can be uncomfortable going out there getting what it is that will make you comfortable. I just create a crazy tongue twister. You got to find out what's comfortable for you, so that way you can be willing to get uncomfortable, so that way you can create the lifestyle that will create comfortability for you in the future. So let's go ahead on. See, there are two types of lead generation. There's prospecting and attraction marketing. I'm going to get into the differences of those, but you got to figure out which one is good for you, prospecting or attraction marketing. Now, back in the days, prospecting was the way to go. It was actually the only way to go, is prospecting. But guess what? In the age of magnetic sponsoring, Mike Dillard and all these powerful people, Ray Higdon, Vince Reed, all these very big popular people, they decided that there's a better way. Brian Finale, all these different popular names, there's a better way to do it. What's the better way to do it? Attraction marketing. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about attraction marketing. And once again, you have to figure out what's best for you. Which one is best for you? So let's talk about what is prospecting. Now, prospecting is basically where you have contact, where you're constantly introducing yourself to someone to give them to do the first thing that I talked about in our last webinar, which wasn't this week that just passed, the week before this. You got to learn how to spark interest, overcome objection, and then give a call to action, which is a close. So that's what prospecting basically is where you're constantly introducing yourself. And if you're not introducing yourself, it might be somebody you know, you're constantly giving them a way to create a conversation about your opportunity, so that way you can get them to join your business. So that's basically what prospecting is. So number one way is family and friends. Now, I know that a lot of people may not understand, but these type of people are called your warm market. Whenever you're talking to your family and friends, they're your warm market. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the best way to learn how to prospect. Now, some people might not say it's the best way to learn. I think it's the best way to learn how to prospect, because I make all the mistakes by doing this. And what happens? You are always, your best lesson, your most powerful lesson is your greatest mistake. So when you learn how to not do things the right way, you'll start learning how to do things the right way, if you want to learn how to do it the right way. There go another tongue twister, but it's the truth. If you you have to learn how to make mistakes in order to learn how to do things the right way. And it's the best. So it's the best way to prospect. Unfortunately though, in this market, you will receive the most no's. Now, if you're not sure what to say to friends and family, I can give you a couple of open liners. I'll say one or two, but I'm gonna let you know that if you go to our old previous video, you can actually see where we do a whole thing on scripts on exactly what it is that you can say. But basically, you can say something like this. Hey, you can say something I'm gonna use my uncle. Hey, Uncle Jimmy, just want to let you know that I truly trust your opinion on anything that I'm ready to do, anything that's going on. I trust your opinion. You have always helped me out over the years. I recently saw something that I think that it's going to be so powerful. It's going to work for me. I just wanted to know if I can show it to you, and then maybe you can let me know what you think about it. Is that okay with you, Uncle Jimmy? That's all you have to do. Friends and family. Friends and family friends can be a co-worker. I used to do this all the time. I remember my first network marketing company. I worked in a company where I was selling life insurance. I was selling investments. I was selling auto insurance, home insurance. And I remember like it was yesterday. I was a New York City correction officer back in 1997. And I remember I was talking to all my friends. And, as a New York City correction officer, when we were locking inmates in, I was saying, hey, I wanted to know if you would be interested in taking a look at something that I just got involved with. And I think that it's going to be really powerful. Would you mind looking at it? And believe it or not, my first month in that business, I was the number one recruiter in New York State because I was talking to everybody. I got a lot of no's, though. I mean, I got a lot of no's. But there was not one correction officer that worked with me that did not know that I was in network marketing company, because I would talk to everybody. Every place I would talk to them. So that's a good place to get leads. Why? You never know. You're going to run through more no's, but you may get a yes. You know, the ones that don't join you at first will join you once they start seeing your success. I'm gonna tell you right now, there is so many people that have contacted me to get my advice, and these are people that I prospected years ago. I mean, years ago, and now all of a sudden they want to come to me because they see that what's going on with me and my wife. When my wife and I use correct English, sorry, my wife and I, they see the stuff that's going on, so now they want to kind of join us, kind of know what's going on, kind of get involved. We had people join us too in that situation. They didn't join me at first. They said, "Hey Gary, heck no, terrible. Nope. I remember you owed me $20 a couple of months ago. Nope, you're not getting in there. Nope, I can't join you." But then all of a sudden they start seeing us getting them checks, start seeing us looking a little bit different. Then they want to join you.
And just to add to that, with your friends and family, like Gary said, this is the best way to learn how to prospect, because they're your friends and family, so they're not strangers, and they're more than willing in most cases to listen to what you have to say. Even if they say no, you kind of get the idea of how to say stuff to people after that third or fifth person. So it doesn't really matter about the no's. It's more about the practice when you're speaking to different people. So the friends and family are definitely the easiest people to talk to.
Exactly. And a lot of people say, eventually you're going to get into, that's why we get into what's called the cold market versus the warm market, because eventually what's going to happen is you're going to, I was definitely drafted into it. I didn't want to get drafted, but I was definitely drafted into the NFL. I called that the no friends left and no family left, because every time I came around, somebody was asking me about, hey, because we had a lot of failures. So a lot of people were asking us, okay, what are you in now? What are you trying to sell now? I mean, I actually had one guy, I'll never forget, I was prospecting him, and I said, hey, I want to just show you something that I got involved in. Maybe it might be good for you, might not. Now, this guy was a businessman. He worked with me as a New York City correctional. He advanced all the way up to, I think he was like one level under a warden or something like that. And what he did was, I remember he had a shoe store, and I remember trying to, helping, looking at the shoe store, talking to him about business. And so I was telling him about the network marketing aspect of business, and he looked at me and straight and said, you ain't trying to sell me no insurance, are you? Because I'm not going to buy it. I mean, just straight up, flat out said it like that. Totally killed my mojo. Totally killed everything. And I was like, what? What's going on? But guess what? I learned from that lesson. I still remember that lesson to this day. That's actually 20 years. Is it 10 years from now? Or is it 10 years? 1997? Yeah, it's 2017. No, 20 years. 20 years ago, I actually remember that lesson. And it really, truly, it actually strengthened me. And I'm going to get into that a little bit more. So, you learn from these things. So the second way is, now this right here is cold market. These type of people are cold market. This is day-to-day prospecting. Now I'm going to tell you what day-to-day prospecting basically is. Day-to-day prospecting is you speak to people that you encounter throughout your daily activities. You may be going to your kids' daycare. You may be dropping your kids off at school, and you may meet a friend there. You meet somebody there. You may be at the cleaners. You may be, it doesn't matter where you are. Maybe you are, I don't know, maybe you grab the phone book and start opening up the phone book and start calling people up in the phone book. Somebody might have gave you some names. That's day-to-day prospecting. And the way I usually do it is I'll go, if I'm going into a store, say for instance, I'm going into, let's just say Burger King. I'm in Burger King and I'm ordering, I'm standing online, and I might talk to somebody and spark up a conversation. Hey, I like your shoes. Shoes look really nice. Awesome. I would like to have some shoes like that. They look good. Maybe I can go hang out, something like that. Give them some compliment, and then we start getting into small talk, and then you can actually prospect them and say, hey, what do you do? What do you work around here or something like that? Things like that. I'm not going to get too much into what exactly you say, because we did that on the other call, on the other training. But you can actually spark up a conversation, spark up some interest, and then start getting the conversations talking about your business opportunity. Let me ask you, would you be open to taking a look? Would you be open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing in order to make some extra money? You never know, that person might be interested. You can give them your business card, things like that, and keep on going. Grocery shopping, like I said, talking to the kids at school. at the mall. This is something I was big at. I would actually go to the mall, local malls here in San Antonio, and when I was living in New York City, and I would prospect people. I would actually have a sheet, and I would go inside there, and what I would do is I would put that sheet, I'd fold it up in my pocket, and I would write down name, pull it out whenever I got the name and number, and just call people, talk to people and prospect them and tell them about my business opportunity. Maybe I might give them a DVD, or I might give them a CD, or I might give them a brochure or something like that. So yeah, day-to-day prospecting. Just like friends and family, though, you will receive a lot of no's. I mean, a whole lot of no's, because these are people that don't know you. These are people that don't care about you. They don't like you. They don't trust you. So guess what? They're going to definitely give you a lot of no's. See, if you can survive here, and if you can survive with friends and family, I'm going to tell you right now, you will begin to develop what I call thick skin. Now, I call it a different way. If you can survive there, you will learn to be 10 feet tall and bulletproof. You will be stronger than Superman, because you will not let anything anybody say, you will not let it bother you. Once you learn how to master prospecting, and you learn how to master talking to your friends and family, I guarantee after all of those no's hit you, you will be so strong, especially if you have such a desire to go for your goals. You have such a desire to get what it is that you want. You won't let none of that bother you. So, I would tell you, if you first start out in network marketing, go ahead on and do these things. Go ahead on and talk to people daily. Go, cold market. There are definitely training products out there on cold market recruiting that you can actually go into. I'm actually thinking about creating another product like that. Or long distance, how to talk to people on the phone, things like that, so you can actually prospect other people. Let me give you the third way. Now, the third way is, and I know one of my previous network marketing companies that my wife and I were in, that we actually still get paid off of, a lot of people did not like buying leads. But you know what's so funny? As time progressed, they started realizing buying leads were powerful. They didn't understand how great buying leads was, so they didn't understand that. So what are buying leads? Buying leads is where you're hiring a marketing company that will do the advertising for you. They'll place ads online, on social media, different places, and you pay them for the people that answer the ads. So if you can actually get specific, so if you have a company specific, and I'm going to say makeup company LLC. I'm going to use that for example. Makeup company LLC, for example. Now, makeup company decides that they want to hire an advertising company, a marketing company, a lead generation company. And what they will do is they will say, hey, we want specific leads that talk about this for people that are interested in working with us. And guess what happens? They'll create a community where they'll actually sell leads to you, people that answer these ads. They'll create these custom-made ads, and they'll be able to you'll be able to buy these leads for a couple of dollars. I know that there's a company out there that sells leads at $10 per person. That's ludicrous. I would never do it at but you definitely want to pay for quality. They're specific leads, but I would say go into maybe ballpark of $4, $3. So it depends on what you can afford, because I can tell you right now, buying leads can be cost effective, and some people don't like it, but I'm going to tell you also, I personally know a millionaire. This guy is a multi-millionaire that built and is still currently building his business by just buying leads. He does it every day. He actually does training calls on it. He's always buying. His name is Mr. Brian Corellis. He's always buying leads. That's how he uses to build his business. That's his See, you got to find what's comfortable for you. You got to find your comfort zone. And if that's comfortable for you, then go ahead and do it. If you don't mind reintroducing yourself to people every single day, letting them know about your opportunity, then that's a good thing. If that's what you want to do. See, but the only thing I'm going to tell you right now is you have to stay consistent. And you have to be focused on your activities. You cannot be focused on the results. I know people that'll buy a batch of leads. Sometimes they sell them in bulk of 100. They sell them in bulk of 50, 25, 20, depending on how. There are different types of leads out there. And I'm going to give you some names of some companies you can look at. They have local leads, local real-time leads. These are people that are, locally in your area that went on the internet right away, and you can call them right away. They're long-distance leads. People, if you want them, international leads, different types of leads out there that, you wanted to say something?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry.
Real quick. Just to add to that, in the very beginning, when we were trying to figure out how to build our business or what was comfortable for us, we did buy leads. We had no clue what to say, no clue how to like introduce them to our business. But in a sense, this is like really good practice if you're looking to build your business in maybe not in your local area, but in other states. Because sometimes I know you can use Skype for some cases, but usually they're local within the United States. So I'm not sure if there's other lead companies that help other people that live in other countries, but I know for sure there's companies in the United States that will give you leads within the company, so that if your company is not just local, but you can recruit people with, doesn't matter where they live. This is a good way for you to just get practice, just to speak to strangers, so that you can start building in different cities of the United States.
Exactly. And I'm gonna give you some names of some lead companies here. These are some lead companies that I use. I know personally, Mr. The millionaire Brian Carellis, he uses instantsuccessleads.net. You can actually, I'm going to put them all up, and I want you guys to take a screenshot of them real quick if you want. You can actually get a screen capture of this or take a picture on your phone. Realtimeleads.com, Elite MLM Leads, Cutting Edge Leads. Now, I personally like Instant Success Leads, Real Time Leads, and Cutting Edge Leads. I've never used Elite MLM Leads, but the other three I have used, and I actually got some good stuff from them. You're gonna go through the numbers. What is Jim Rohn? You make up in numbers what you lack in skill. Jim Rohn said that, the great Jim Rohn. You make up in numbers what you lack in skill. What that means is the numbers can't beat you, and you can't beat the numbers. You got to go through massive amount of numbers, meaning how many people you're gonna call on a daily basis in order for you to be able to get that one or two studs. I always say you have to recruit at least 50 people to find your superstar. You may have to go through that 50 people. You may have to go through 150 people. You may have to prospect 150 people in order to find 50 people that's going to join your business in order for you to find that one leader, or 25 people to get that one leader that's going to be your superstar. So I'm going to ask before I go head on, how we doing out there? We doing good. If you like him so far, what we've been talking about, because we're about to get into some very better ways that I like now, more of the attraction marketing ways to get into leads. But if you like what you see so far, give me some hearts out there, give me some likes, make some comments if it's something that you like and you feel like you didn't know before, or you glad that I just gave you this leads companies, the lead generation companies. You can actually Google some of these, or actually look in there, and they have tutorials of exactly what they look. Give me some hearts, guys. Let me know how we doing.
Now, the next three guys that we're going to share is exactly how we get probably about 20 leads a day by not doing anything. By basically not doing anything, but I don't have to go out there and chase anyone at the mall. We don't have to go knocking on doors. I don't have to, put flyers on doors. We don't have to do any of what we just mentioned. But like Gary said, you want to see which one is comfortable. So for the first three, we share different ways of different things that you can get leads. But for the next three, if you want to totally take your business to the next level so that you're not out there, like I remember I used to go on the weekend and set up a table just to try to get my business out to new customers, just to try to get new customers, sign up, give out my information. I don't have to do that anymore. I haven't done that since about 2014. We haven't done that because we made it so that we weren't going to do that anymore. We just made the decision. So if you're ready just to totally do that type of business more so online, then the next three are for those people that we're talking about. The first three, yes, those are good for practice, but the next three is what you're really going to take your business to the next level, where people are reaching out to you. They reach out to us every day.
Exactly, and that way it's traction marketing. So just to recap real quick, just to let you know that warm market is people that you know. That's friends, that's family, people that are very cool. I would use the terminology that are cool with you, that know you well. That's what warm market is. Cold market are people that you don't know. So warm market was method number one, which is actually friends and family. Cold market is day-to-day prospecting, and also it's buying leads. These are people that you don't know at all. Now, the difference between prospecting is, and I'm going to get into attraction marketing and let's talk about that. I prefer attraction marketing. To me, once I discovered attraction marketing, I decided I was never, ever, ever going back to prospecting. Why? In prospecting, I got to constantly introduce myself. I got to constantly let you know who I am, what I'm doing. In attraction marketing, Lynette and I just put some information out there. We give you some benefits. We give you some tips. We give you some strategies. Like, for example, this webinar right now is going to be on the internet until Facebook takes it off. It's going to be on the internet until Facebook takes it off. And then I'm going to download it onto my website, onto my database, so I can actually play it whenever I want somewhere else in another platform. So it's always going to be out there. It's always going to be shown. So it's always going to be something. So I can set that up now, and guess what? Years from now, months from now, weeks from now, days from now, there are people that are on this webinar right now, that are on this live right now, that have said that they heard about us from something that we did before. See, I like attraction marketing because I prefer the terminology. I prefer to be the hunted instead of the hunter. I prefer to be the hunted instead of the hunter, because the hunter is always hungry. The hunted is never hungry, because the hunted always has. You ever watch the gazelle out there on Animal Planet and all that? You watch the gazelle, and the gazelle's always got a whole bunch of food. A gazelle ain't got to starve, ain't got to hunt nothing, ain't got to chase nothing down. It's always there. But the cheetah has to be cunning, has to be strong, has to be fast, has to have enough wind in order to get that gazelle, or guess what? The cheetah goes hungry. I don't want to be hungry. So I prefer to have the abundance of all the grass and be the gazelle. Yeah, he might not be the toughest guy in the jungle. He may not be the toughest guy on the prairie, but guess what? He always has a full belly. And that's what I want. So attraction marketing allows you to have a full belly. It allows you, because it's a way where you actually get people come looking for you instead of you always going to hunt them. I don't like to put war paint under my eyes and get my camouflage and things like that. Make sure I have my canteen of water. I don't want to do all that to hunt people down. I want to be able to sit with my shorts on, my t-shirt on, watching, if I want to watch Jerry Springer, just say hypothetically, I want to watch Jerry Springer, somebody come knock on my door and say, hey, I'm looking to join your business. I prefer that versus being out there looking for people and hunting for people. So, if that makes sense, make sure give us some likes, guys. Let us know if that is making any sense to you. So I'm going to go ahead on. Fourth way, which this is in attraction marketing, is blogging. I love blogging. I didn't realize how much I was going to love it. It's so funny. I have to write at least 4 blogs every week. Some people write 1, some people write 3. I know a gentleman that actually we are mentoring under, that Mr. Ray Higdon. This guy writes a blog every single day. Every day. He always putting some information out there. And what is a blog? A blog is a great way to brand yourself as an authority in your niche. So if your niche is makeup, you can actually give 10, let's just say, for instance, if your company sells a product that has a vitamin C in it, you can actually give them 5 reasons why vitamin C is good for your skin. And guess what? You can write that in the form of a blog and maybe even create a video out of it. And guess what? Guess what's going to happen? Someone is going to see that because it's going to be online, because you're going to syndicate it by promoting it on your different platforms, and we're going to get into that. And guess what's going to happen? They may say thank you so much, and you're going to give them a call to action at the end of that blog and the end of that information. So when you get to step number 5, or why they should have vitamin C on their skin, guess what's going to happen? You could say, if you want to know how to get a product that has vitamin C for your skin, go here. You can actually tell them where to go. So powerful. You can actually, if you're in a personal development industry like Lynette and I, we love helping people out. So we might give you 3 ways to fight your fears. 3 ways to to stay motivated every day. And then we'll give them a call to action so we can actually write a blog about that. Lynette has her blog at LynetteBledsoe.net. If you want to go there and check out her blog, I have mine at whoisgarybledsoe.com. You can actually go there, and like I told you, I wrote a blog today. I kind of drew a blank just now, but I wrote a powerful blog today. I remember it now. Who is it about? It's about them. So I'm actually giving you reasons why you should always focus on other people when you're building your business versus focusing on yourself. Because I always hear people say this: I want to hurry and get you into my company so I can get a promotion. Actually, there's companies out there that the community is teaching their people to actually ask people to join their companies so that they can go on a trip. Ludicrous, crazy. See, that's what it's not about. But if you're a blogger, you can actually become an authority and say, hey, let me show you that the reason why it's not about that. It's about you. I mean, it's about them. It's not about you. It's about them. So it's a great way to brand yourself and make people know who you are. So, I prefer people to come to me because they know who I am. Because guess what? People only follow people that they know, that they like, and that they trust. They don't buy into a company. They don't buy into anything else. They buy into you.
And if you have never, ever blogged before but really want to, if you go to, like Gary said, my website is LynetteBledsoe.net. I have a section at the very top that's called online marketing. There's a training there that talks. It's a ready blog setup for you to you don't have to do anything. It's already taken care of, meaning hosted. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's already taken care of blog. So if you have no idea on how to set up a blog, how to set up the pictures and all the plugins, I have that type of blog so that it's already set up. So if you have a question about that, you can go there to find out.
Exactly. And it's also a great way to deliver your message to others. You may be a person that I know there's a person that blogs and she speaks a lot about health. She's always talking about health and how to get your health, ways to keep yourself healthy. She puts messages out there about, why it's important for you to take care of yourself. And those messages, think about what made YouTube so popular. YouTube became so popular, Google became so popular because of search. People are always looking for something. So you want them to be the one that they find. You want to be the one that use your blog in order for people to look you up so that way they can say, hey, I want to follow you. I like what you're teaching. I like the message that you're giving. It's also a great way to deliver information. Very great way to deliver information. You could be delivering some powerful information about like a review of a product. I know that there's a lot of people that, this one guy I follow, this guy's name, I'm not going to give his name, but this guy actually just recently got his 1 million subscriber. I love this guy because I'm a car person. I love automobiles. I love cars. And he always does the most detailed videos of every feature that I want to know about the car. The engine note, how it sounds, what type of engine is in, the different buttons inside. And I follow him because he delivers information to somebody like me that wants that information.
And let's just say maybe you're in health and wellness, right? Health and wellness people, what do they like? They like information about losing weight. They like information about workouts. They want that type of, or maybe recipes. So if you had a blog, you can put all that information on your blog without mentioning your company. That's one thing that we've always talked about. If you've ever come onto our live trainings, we've always said, don't mention your company because then it looks like a company website. Your company already has their own website that's connected to you, so you don't need to do that. But if you have a website that delivers information, you're going to attract people who may not have thought that your company's product could help them in that situation.
Exactly.
So you can provide free tips, maybe how to get your body ready for the summer, how to get your body summer ready. And then at the very end, that call to action could be maybe something that your company offers about working out.
Exactly. Like Lynette just said, you can provide benefits, tips, strategies that will help to empower, to help to encourage, help to motivate, and inspire others. That's what your blog is out there to do. Every blog that I've ever read, it's usually a blog that's out there to help me, to learn, to teach me something so I can learn something. I actually learned how to build a computer straight from scratch from a guy that was blogging about how to build a computer years ago, and I learned from him before I went and got degrees in computers. And because and I looked at him as an authority. I looked at him as an authority figure. So that's a good way that you can use blogging. And blogging is very, very powerful. Number 5, Number 5, videos. Videos are a great way to get the people to know you on a more personal level. See, back in the days, they used to have something they called a record that was played on a record player. and when you play, or 8-track tape, now I'm dating myself now, or cassette tape, guess what happens? You play that record, you play that music, and you actually got a feeling from that song. But when MTV and all the videos came out, you actually were able to identify with that song even better, because you may have seen the artist crying in one portion of the song. You may have seen the artist embracing somebody in one portion of the song. So you understood the emotion that the person was feeling when they made that song. Not just your emotion, you got the emotion from them. So guess what? It became more personal to you. I know people now that, stars have moved so far up the stratosphere because of videos. So it's a great way for you to get to know people. You can use different platforms like YouTube, Facebook Live, like we're doing now. So to get people to know who you are, to know how to deliver your message, deliver your tips. I always try to get on every chance I get. I've been busy a lot lately, but I try to get on and throw something motivational, or throw some how-tos on the live. I might go into 5 ways to do this, or 10 ways to do that, or 1 way to do this, or 4 ways to do that. That's a great way of delivering my message. And there's people that actually communicate with me in messages, and they act like they know all about me. I know you like to do this, and I know you like to do that. And I go, no, I don't. Who told you that? But they connect with me because they're so used to seeing me on a video. There's times that they used to fly me to certain places to speak to different audiences, and I remember people used to say, hey, that's Gary, and I'll be way down there. And they recognize me because they saw me in a video. People, like I said, they join you when they know you, they like you, and they trust you. See, videos have changed music and television and most other areas of communication. Why? Because this is the main reason. 55% of communication is body language. 55%. 38% is tonality, and 7% is words. People don't care what you say. So I always tell people, when you tell them about something or you teach them about something, your words mean nothing. Your tonality means a little bit more, but your body language means even more. For example, if I say to Lynette, I love you, I don't sound too good. Or I go, baby, I really love you. Oh my gosh. My body language, my tonality sounds different. But if I go, I love you, that don't really sound that great, right? Same words, different expressions, different ways it comes out. So videos is a good way that people can see you.
And that's when he would get a smack in the back of the head if he said it like that. But let's say if you're shy, like the way that I was, I didn't do a lot of videos, right? So for me, I would have Gary record me about, 10, 20 times a day before I felt like it was right. For me, the best thing for me that has worked has been Facebook Live, because I can't fix it. People are watching it. They're responding to it. I'd be stupid to delete it. So I would say just do the video, get it over with, because after a while, after you continue to make videos, it just gets easier. People connect with you because you don't have to sound like a reporter. You don't have to sound like an expert. They're not there because you're an expert. They're there because they want to see what you have to say about whatever you're saying. Like right now, you're on this live webinar or live Facebook Live video because you want to learn how to get more leads online. If we mess up or make a mistake, you're going to say, oh gosh, they're not experts like they said they were, but we're delivering them information. We're just trying to provide information to help you guys. So they're not, like I said, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to sound like you're a robot. Just sound like yourself, and people connect with you faster.
Exactly. That is so true. And in videos, people see your emotions in what? Real time. They actually see your emotions, especially on a Facebook Live, and that can make you connect with them on a very, very personal level. This is a great way for you to start generating some leads, because people will start following you. They'll definitely see, like blogging. People, when you establish yourself as an authority in a certain area by providing information, guess what happens? People want to start following you. They want to start coming to you.
And let's just say if you wanted to marry the two, like for us, we blog. And we take our Facebook videos and upload them onto our website. So in a sense, we're knocking two things at the same time. Because maybe you have a reader that's not, or a person that's visiting your blog, they're not a reader, but they may prefer to watch the video to get that same information. So you want to, if you can, marry the two. My suggestion is definitely have a video for each blog that you do. Because Gary doesn't like to read. He will prefer to watch the video.
I'm not a big reader.
I don't mind reading. I don't really care about the video. I'll read the blog if I have to, just to get the information. So you want to kind of have a website that can
marry both of them, right?
Yeah,
It's a great way to get
leaders.
leads. Trust me, I have people always contact me because of my videos, because of my blog. So these are a great way. Now let's get to the last way, the sixth way, most powerful of all: social media. Social media has completely changed everything. See, let me show you. There's some powerful ways, and I'm going to give you a few posts that you can post. The first one that you can use social media, and I'm talking about Facebook, I'm talking about Instagram, YouTube, I'm talking about Google Plus, I'm talking about LinkedIn, Pinterest. On social, I like Facebook, and on Facebook, my first type of post that I love to post is called a value video post. Now, it might be a video or it might be the form of a text that solves a problem. For example, how would you like to know how to get that stain, a certain stain, out of your shirt that always shows up in your shirt? Would you like to know how to get that stain out in 1 to 2 quick, easy steps? Great. Stick around, and you give them a post, and you actually can put bullet points in your social media post and say, okay, put this on it and put that on it, fingernail polish remover, whatever it is that you want. I mean, things like that, a value video post or a value post that solves a problem. Another way that I like is called a recognition post. A recognition post basically creates curiosity. For example, a recognition post might be this. It might be somebody on my team that just got a new promotion. Somebody on my team that just got their first check, and somebody on my team that maybe got their first recruit, and I say congratulations to, and I'm just saying hypothetically, Maria, who received her first check today. I mean, she is so excited. She's ready to get so many more checks. Guess what that's going to do? That's going to cause somebody to say, what is Maria doing? What is she doing? Or, I want to know about it. And I'm going to say, I'm so glad you asked. I'll gladly show you what Maria's doing. That creates a value post. People want that. That's a great way for you to generate some leads. Here's another way. Use a story post that tells a story with a purpose. For example, you can give a rags to riches story about, where you were before, how your life was before. And you can say now how your life is this and how this has happened and how the business that you're in, without mentioning the company, the business that you're in has changed you. Guess what's going to happen? People are going to read that and they're going to say, oh my gosh, what is that? Like, what are you talking about? I'm really interested. That's a great way for you to generate some leads online. Also, you can do an engagement post. You can ask people. I suggest don't do this all the time, because when I get people that always ask questions, I'm like, oh, I ain't trying to answer you. I ain't trying to interact with you. But there are people that do it maybe once in a while. You can ask a question that makes people interact with you. Something like, there's examples out there, and I don't even want to get to it because it's kind of it's kind of a lot to get into it. But you can ask them certain questions and ask them, say, hey, if you agree with this, type yes in the comment section. Lynette maybe have something.
And you don't want to, like Gary said, you don't want to do these often. But for instance, some of you may have saw a post that I did earlier. I think it was last night, and I said, want to learn 6 tips to get leads to your business, and it was basically getting people here. Or I've done in the past, if you can go anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? If you can go anywhere this weekend, where would you want to go? Or you can, and it doesn't even have to be related to your company. That one would have been company specific or this training specific. You can do something like, okay, it's 85 degrees in my city. What's the temperature in yours?
Right.
And of course, those are something simple.
Just to get some engagement, so that way, and what we like to do is, like, when somebody asks a question like that, what Lynette usually does is she'll send them a message and say, hey, I'm so glad that you're interested in knowing about this. Guess what? We're going to be doing a free live webinar tomorrow. You're welcome to attend. Something like that, something where you can interact with them, because now they're giving you permission to communicate with them. That's a lead. Also, a call to action where you can tell somebody what to do. You can say call to action. Hey, if you like Lynette said, if you want to know six ways, go do this or go do that. Or you can say, hey, if you have a company, a product in your company where you have an abundance of it, you can say, who would like to get a free, maybe a PDF or a free ebook. If you're interested, go to this page. Make sure you like the page. Make sure you share this post on your page about getting a free ebook. Guess what? You can actually get leads that way. That's a great way to get some leads. So these are some great methods right here. I hope you are all taking notes on it, because I'm telling you, these ways work very, very, very much. And if you want, take a screenshot of this real quick. Value a video post or a value text post, recognition post, story post, engagement post, call to action post. These are different posts that Lynette and I use all the time to get leads online. Now here's your call to action. If you need help or maybe thinking about hiring a coach, guess what? We have 2 powerful coaching programs designed to help you get off to a fast start and getting more leads and recruits. I guarantee we will definitely help you the best we can, give you all our knowledge, help you out. If you want, you can actually visit my website, whoisgarybledsoe.com, and when you go there on the right side, you'll see some testimonies of some people who we have been blessed.
They're on the live webinar right now.
Exactly. We've been blessed to help and are still helping. We love it. Our first coaching program is our intensive coaching program. We just signed someone up yesterday who was very interested in getting into it. I can't wait to talk to her, to get her started, get her out there, get her pumped and get her business going. Our intensive coaching program. We have our second one is our ongoing, our intensive coaching program. I know I'm going fast, so you can rewind this. We only taking about 5 people at the time, and it's a limited space, and also it's going to be for short periods, for 5 intensive weeks, very intensive 5 weeks. Our ongoing, we can take up to 15, and that's ongoing. You can take it as long as you want, 6 months, a year, it doesn't matter.
And I know one of the questions we had was, why do we only take 5? It's because if you've taken that coaching, we spend a lot of one-on-one time perfecting everything that it is for your business. So we don't want to give you like half information. We want to be 100% present. We would love to take all the 7,000 fans that are on this Facebook page. We would love to take everyone, but in order to give you 100%, so you can see a change in your business, we can only do a handful of people right now so far. So yeah, just 4 more people we have left. So
exactly. So make sure you stay on here, guys. It's very, very important. I'm going to give you a powerful bonus in the end, and it's going to be very powerful. Actually, 2 powerful bonuses. So stay there. We're almost there. And then let me just ask you, what do you got to lose? Are you tired of always being online, not knowing what to do, going crazy, wondering why you're making all these posts and nobody's giving you engagement, coming to you? Well, what do you got to lose? Think about it. You feel like eating your computer like this sometime? I know I did in the past until I hired certain people, certain mentors. I follow certain people, and I've learned so much from them. So just think about that. If you're interested, make sure you visit whoisgarybledsoe.com. You can actually hit /coaching program, or you can just go to whoisgarybledsoe.com and go up to the coaching program tab. Click it and you'll watch a short video. Not a short video. You'll actually watch a video. I don't know how long it is. I forgot. And they'll explain to you all the details of exactly what you get, all the things that you get. Or if you want, you can send me an email at garybledsoe0@gmail.com, and you can type in the title, coaching program details. Please put coaching program details. I've had people that they wanted a free ebook, they wanted a free this or that, and I was like, what do you want? And then they would say, no, I didn't really want that, I wanted a coaching program. I'm like, well, you gotta say coaching program, because I'm gonna send you what you asked for. And if you say nothing in the subject, I'm just not, usually I won't respond. So if you can put coaching program details, we'll send that out to you. So now let's get it started, let's go. Bonus number 1, just for watching, for giving us a little bit more of your time. Here is bonus number 1. Who wants to learn how to get keywords for when you upload your YouTube videos? Who wants to learn how to get keywords for when you do your blogs? You can put them in the form of tags. Who wants to learn how to do that? How to have search engines find you when people are searching. For example, somebody might want to know, how do you prospect people online? You can actually be one of those people that they find when they go to Google and they look for that. The way that you do that is you gotta have great keywords. We just recently watched a very powerful superstar. She's actually from my hometown, my home county, my home city, Bronx, New York. Her name is Miss Lisa Torres. All powerful, phenomenal. Lynette and I can't wait to meet her in person. But we watched a training webinar where she showed you in step how she gets keywords. And I'm going to actually thank her for this. And I'm actually letting her know that the reason why, if she ever watches this, she's the reason why we did this bonus for this part right here, because of her. We learned this from her. So like I said, I'm in the R&D business. I rob and I duplicate. I rob what she said. I learned from what she said. And now I'm duplicating to put my flavor on it.
And the reason why you want to make sure you're having keywords in your videos or your blogs is because you don't want to putting videos out there or putting blogs out there, and nobody's able to find it on Google. Because we have our situation with the company that's 100% online. If someone Googles that company and puts San Antonio or puts New York, because that's where we're originally from, our website, our company's website is actually the very first website that shows up when you Google it. So in a sense, there's no point in, putting out all this great information with the workouts or the makeup tips or whatever your company is. There's no point in making those videos if you're not putting the right keywords into that blog or into that video. So that's why keywords, it may sound techie, but it's not, because I'm not a techie person. But these are simple steps that you can put in order to be found on Google. Because again, you want to be found on Google so that you're the number one person showing up. Even if it's just in your city, if someone's looking up that company, they can say, voila, there she is, and I'm going to go ask her how I can buy from her online.
I hope some of our coaching clients are on here, because I'm going to tell you right now, we didn't teach you that, guys, that this is going to be coming up. This is one of the things I was going to teach on, and this is because we just recently learned how powerful, how simple and easy this was. But let me just show you, this is so powerful. You can actually Google search your subject. When you want to find these keywords, you want to Google search whatever your subject is. So if your subject is makeup and you want to find 5 ways of, let's just say, for instance, there's a company out there that we know that actually we get paid from, because there's a network marketing company we were in. They sell a bug repellent. And what we do is they sell a bug repellent that doesn't have a certain ingredient that other bug repellents have. So guess what? We might go online and want to know what are the benefits of the alternate bug repellent that our company has versus the bug repellent ingredient that the other companies have. So we might want to look for 5 reasons why you want this kind of ingredient on your skin. So we'll actually search that in there, and guess what? This is how we do. This will pop up. You'll see, and I'm going to show you how. This is a search that I did just to show you selling beauty products online. Now you're going to see that. You're going to Google that in there. You're going to type that in there, and guess what's going to pop up on the bottom of this? You're going to see this right here. These are the where the arrow is showing, where the red arrow is showing, and I need you guys to take a screenshot. And take a screenshot so you can see this. You see those keywords on the bottom. Those keywords that are showing on the bottom. Selling beauty products from home, selling MAC makeup from home, selling used makeup online, selling makeup companies, make money selling makeup from home UK, selling cosmetics, selling makeup online. Those keywords, what you want to do is you want to actually copy all of those keywords. Copy all of those keywords, and this is what you want to do. Open up a notepad or open up a Word document. Save those words, separate them as tags, separating them with comments or with commas, and this is how they're going to look. Those are the exact same words, and I'm going to go back so I can show you. I'm going to show you those are the exact same words. Look at the same words. Let me show you. Same words there. Same exact words. As you can see, selling makeup from home UK. I just separated them, and what I did was I actually can take those, and now I can put them in the tags of my blog. I can put them in the tags of YouTube. So if I make a video about makeup, about how to sell online or selling beauty products online, I can actually give them 5 ways that they can sell beauty products online. But if somebody's searching on how to find beauty products, guess what's going to happen? They're going to probably say, they might say, selling beauty products from home, selling beauty products online, selling used makeup, selling makeup companies. They might type in one of those keywords, and guess what? They're going to find my information.
And to me and you, those keywords may sound weird, but Google gives you for free. They tell you what people are writing online. So how many times have you typed in the wrong information, right? If more than one person types in the wrong information, that's going to be a top search engine there. So for me and you, maybe selling MAC makeup from home doesn't really make sense because MAC is not something that you can sell from home, but it's being searched online.
Exactly.
So for Google, it makes a lot of sense because that means a lot more than one person, and it's a top selling. It's a top search
word,
title
terminology,
or sentence
right,
that's being searched. So that means more than one person is looking to sell MAC makeup from home. I'm not sure how they would do that, but it's being searched online, so you can use that Google search that they're giving you for free to use that as part of your tag.
And if I was you, I wouldn't change what you see in that Google search on the bottom. The ones that I showed you right here, don't change that. Because if you change that, what's going to happen is you're not going to get the right thing. I did that for a long time. I used to change it all the time and to make it make sense. But you don't want to do that. You want to stay with what it is, because that's very, 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 very important, because people are actually searching those terminologies. So you want to make sure you're doing that. So now here's the second bonus. Thank you so much for staying on, but here's the second bonus. For sticking with us to the end, around to the very, very end, we want to give you 7 cheat sheets on how to effectively use social media to build your home business. And this is exactly where you can get those cheat sheets from. Type in whoisgarybledsoe.com/free cheat sheets. Go there right now and you can download 7 cheat sheets of exactly how to use attraction marketing to the fullest. Like we told you before, prospecting is the old way of getting people online. Now, it's still effective. Still very effective. I mean, superly effective. But I prefer attraction marketing. I prefer people to come look for me instead of me looking for them. I prefer to be the hunted instead of the hunter. So that's very, very important. So, thank you so much for staying around, but stay on. We got some steps for you to do. Here are your next steps. We want you to get more details about our coaching program. If you want to learn more about what's going on with our coaching program and how we can help you, maybe in some of our past videos, this video right here that you saw really helped you out, really saw some things that maybe you think that we can help you with, make sure you get more details about it. Use the 6 Surefire methods to generate leads, or at least pick 1, 2, 3, one of the ways, 2 of the ways, or 3 of the ways that you want to master. Lynette and I decided that we want to master the right side, which is the attraction marketing side, or the latter side. We wanted to have mastered that. We were actually trying to master prospecting, but with those no's, sometimes people say that you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof and the no's don't hurt you, but you still feel them. So we prefer to get people coming to us because that's less no's. So make sure you use some of those surefire methods to generate leads for your home business. Get those keywords on your next subject for your video, for your blog. Make sure you get those keywords. Go type in the search terminology in the Google page, or rewind this video so you can see exactly how I said do it. And then what I want you to do is make sure you get those free cheat sheets ASAP. whoisgarybledsoe.com/free cheat sheets. Make sure you get them. And then make sure you join us next week. Next week, same time, 7 p.m. Monday night Central Time. Guess what? We're going to be doing another live. And in order for you to make sure you don't miss out and get some of our daily tips that we do every day, go to our page, the page that you're on right now. Click on email sign up so that way you can definitely get some of our daily tips, strategies, things that you can do. Also, under the followings tab, you can actually click on the notification, live notification. That way you will never, ever, ever, ever miss another live from us again.
And actually, to take it up a step, for those of you who want to not have to wait till next week to get our tips, if you click the learn more, if you're watching this on Facebook, you click the learn more button on our page, you can get entered. You can not get entered. It's not a raffle. You can be added onto our private Facebook mastermind group. That's for anyone who's in network marketing. If you're a leader, you want to learn more about recruiting, online marketing, whatever the case may be, we have a private Facebook group. All you have to do is hit the learn more button and you can get the details on how to join.
Exactly. So I want to thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all for being on this. Feel free to watch it over and over again. Feel free to share it. Feel free to ask us any questions. If you're watching the replay, we try to answer every single question. So we want to thank you all so much. We want you to have a blessed night. Enjoy your night. Make sure you go have dinner with your family. If you didn't have dinner already, if you did have it, and go kick up your feet, get ready for tomorrow, and let's start this week off with a bang. And let's go out there and let's just make this best life that you can make it. So I want to make sure I see you all at the top, because why do I want to see you at the top? Because if you look to the left and look to your right, there are not many people at the top, because not everybody is willing to be uncomfortable to do the things they need to do to get to the top. So there's a lot of room up there. So I love you all and thank you so much. I see you all at the top.